My name is Troy, um, and as always, I come here every week, give you guys update on what we're doing, what's going on. Just kind of important information. And then typically, I'm trying to do here is just give you guys information directly, so that you're not hearing it from somebody who say I heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody heard it from somebody. Come here every week to give you a live update, and I pretty much spend as much time as necessary to answer your questions and stuff like that so that we can kind of keep everybody on the same page. And you know what's interesting about this is that even though I come here every week, without fail, it's incredible to me how many people are so misinformed about stuff and don't have a clue what's going on. And I'm right here to ask any questions too. My phone number is readily available, for anybody to call to help you in answering your questions or what have you. But it's amazing to me how um, a lot of people would prefer to, if they don't have an answer to something, they just will make it up, or really what smart people do is they I've always said this, that smart people take things and complicate them. Everything to a smart person, they just take it and complicate it. True genius is when you can take something complicated and simplify it. Okay, but very few people had ability, I think, to do that in this world. But because most smart people will just instantly take something that's very simple and they start putting their thoughts and beliefs into it and what have you. Next thing you know, it becomes a super, uh, just something that's really complicated when it was simple to begin with. So anyway, first I want to kind of talk to you guys about is our cryptocurrency, okay? Because um, this by far, in my opinion, is the biggest thing that we're probably ever going to do, okay? However, so a lot of you on the outside looking in, it may not appear that way at this moment. But let me just kind of fill you in on what's going on and how this thing is shaping up. Okay. Um, First of all, in the crypto market, just the overall crypto market, it's very volatile. It's very up and down, very up and down, and there's a lot of money that's in the crypto market. Over $1 trillion a day, almost $2 trillion a day is put into this market, and this market is looking for a place that they can put their money and feel comfortable with their decision to put their money with a particular crypto, because people are hoping that of course the prices will go up and what have you. Okay, and in often cases, I would say 99% of the time, people really don't have a clue what's going on because there's not a lot of you know there's just not a lot of communication in the crypto world. Okay, so people are tending to lean on information they get from social media and other resources, something they hear from other people, whatever. But there's not a lot of really um, information that comes directly from the currency itself to communicate directly with the customer base. So we're doing things a little different with our crypto. It's the fact that we communicate directly with our customers in order to share information with them. Okay. Now, some people, if you're a business-minded professional person, then that is a very, very good thing. But some people are not business-minded or professional, and for those people, you know, um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think that they're just not accustomed to anybody giving them and providing with information about the details and things like that that's going on, and that's why I believe most companies never take the time to really share with people. It's because they just don't think it's like the government. I hate to use this example, but it's like the government and UFOs, for instance. Put that out there. So the government, let's say that they know about UFO, they won't tell the people about it or whatever because they say the people can't handle it, so they won't tell them. And so I just take a different approach. I say, okay, we're all adults here, we're all grown, so I'm going to give you the information. Okay, how you handle it is up to you, but I've done my part in giving you the information. And it comes to the right kind of person. They understand, they respect that, and they appreciate that. Okay, because they know that it's so rare. It is so hard to find. You know that when they find it, they really want to be a part of that because again, it's so very rare and hard to find. So anyway, with our crypto, what we did was we launched our Zteg1 crypto. Okay, and when we launched our Zteg1 crypto, man, the launch went really big. It was like 2,500 to 3,000%, something like that gain. Okay, when that currency launched. Now, again, I didn't know when I started that I knew really I knew nothing about cryptocurrency. I just had a dream and idea to do something in this space. Didn't know, I knew I would have to learn as I went down the road or whatever. So anyway, so we got we launched that currency right there. And then we came to a point where we said, okay, now we're going to launch our second currency. Well, the buzz kind of started. Okay, we got a new currency coming, launching, or whatever. And so, when we launched the second currency, it was incredible. Literally, we did over 4,500% growth. Okay, I'm talking about the first one did about 2,500. The second one did about 4,500% in growth. However, in the first one, when I was talking to people about us, I was checking with people, how'd you do? How'd you come out? Everybody, oh man, yeah, we killed it, man. I dropped in 1,000. I made 17,000. Other people, I dropped in 100. I made, 1,500 or whatever. Everybody's excited, and it's just boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, cool, okay, we got something here. So we launched the second one. The second one, again, 4,500 was much bigger than the first one. But when I started checking around with people, what I saw was that, okay, people was like, man, I really ain't making any money, and I'm down here and there, whatever. I don't, so I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. We did 4,500%. And you're saying you didn't make 3, 4, 5, 10 times on your money? I'm expecting people to say, I made 25 times my money or 30 times my money. And I didn't get any of those kind of conversations. So, being a businessman, again, I cannot tell you this except to say that there's no substitute for experience. And so when I hear this stuff, what I do is I say, okay, wait, something is wrong. Okay. So, because I know that 2 + 2 = 4. Okay. You don't have to be a genius to know that. All right. So if your second currency does almost twice the volume that your first one did, and people didn't make twice the money, made less than they made on the first one, something is wrong. So what I do is that we launched it that Thursday. So that Thursday night, well, I should say Friday morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm just looking through everything. I'm looking through everything. And I spot something. I see something that looks unusual. I see basically, I see a cell that looked different. Whenever a transaction happens, it draws a line on our list of transactions. And at the end of that line, you can see a little number as to how many transactions this particular account had done. And so I seen one account that had a bunch of transactions on it, okay? So I said, well, let me look at this, take a closer look. So when I click on it and I see that this account had like close to, I don't know, maybe 30 transactions on it at that particular moment. So I looked at the transactions and I saw something very unusual. What I saw was that all of the transactions were sales. Okay. So then I said, well, how is that possible? How can we have a transaction, a situation where this particular entity had 30 plus sales? They're selling our currency, but they didn't never the zero. They bought zero. They never made a purchase. So I'm like, well, that shouldn't be possible. How is that possible that they would have 30 plus sales and never made a purchase? Never. Okay, so now the alarm bell is going off. Okay, so I go and I start looking at, trying to do some research. I can't find anything on the internet about this or nothing. So then the next morning, which was then Friday, I contacted my IT people, okay, the crypto IT people. I say, what is this right here? Explain this to me, okay? And at first they looked at it and they said, well, looks like you were selling some crypto. I said, well, I didn't sell that, I didn't sell anything, And so, like in ZTEG 1, I didn't sell anything. I sold nothing. We had over $100,000 in liquidity. I didn't take one penny in liquidity. I let it stay because I want to let it grow. Okay. So same thing as ZTEG 2. Didn't sell a thing. Not one thing at all. Zero. But I see all these sales. I said, well, I didn't make the sale. So I started looking a little deeper and said, okay, well, you know what? There's something going on here that's not right. So we start tracking it down, and it appears as though whatever this thing is, I'm pretty sure it's a bot that's doing this, okay, is not only doing it to us, okay, did it to us, or doing it to us basically, but they're probably doing this to thousands, if not millions of different currencies, okay? Now, the thing is the more we dig into it, and we dug into it deeper and deeper, and then, I had a group of people that I got together and said, hey, what do you think is going on here? And we're all looking at this stuff and so forth. And truthfully, nobody could really figure it out. But then, so some of the experts said, well, Troy, there's about 2 bots in the world capable of doing this kind of stuff. I say, really? I say, okay. I don't care about all that. How can we get rid of it? And basically their idea was that, well, once it's in there, you really can't get rid of it, because, you just can't get rid of it. And so I started thinking of different solutions and different things that we can do potentially to get rid of it. And so the next thing I did was I went to and I created an emergency video and put it into the Telegram group to tell everybody what happened, what's going on, okay? And I came up with a contingency plan. And basically the plan is very simple, is that we got a bot in our currency that's eating up all the currency, or all of the profits. It's eating up virtually all the profits. The minute some profits come in, the value goes up, this bot comes in, boom, starts selling. And remember, it's not buying this currency. It is literally minting, I think it's either 250,000 or 250 million of our currency at a time. And we're able to see all the 250,000 that it minted, okay? Which was not showing up on my roster as far as, adding to how many coins that we had. So what I know is this right here, is that this was not created by some kid sitting in the basement of his mom's house. It's not what's going on. This is much, much bigger than that. It is probably, and I don't know what it is, okay? And here's the crazy part, is that All of the experts I spoke to, none of them know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. We do know that it's happening on other sites. We do know that. We also know that it's not on every site. We know that. But it's on some, and it's, but it's not on every site. So when we looked at this thing, we said, okay, this ain't some kid, like I say, sitting in his basement, doing this. This is some very sophisticated, brilliant people, maybe from some other country, probably. That's, as far as I'm good with numbers. And I estimate that they're probably doing about $30 billion a year with this bot. Is generating about $30 billion a year. That's my estimate from that one bot, from what I was able to see. They could have 10 of them, well, I don't know. But I know this, is that in order for us to be able to achieve the goals and things that I envision for us as a company, and believe me, I know that we have something very special here. I'm gonna tell you why in a moment. But I know we got something special, very special. I know that. So when I see this thing, I say, okay, we have got to get rid of it, rid ourselves of it, because we will never be able to get to where we're trying to get to with this bot in there taking all the profits. Now, here's something I know. Most currencies that bot is in, and I've seen, like, there could be a currency have $1 million a day in transactions, okay? Let me tell you this. The owners find out about it, they're never gonna say a word. Well, Troy, why wouldn't they say something? Here's why they wouldn't say something. If you got $1 million a day worth of transactions coming in, why would you say something? Because if you get a percentage of that, all of those sales, you get a percentage of it. If you tell people what's going on, those people will leave you, run away and leave you, and you'll never get that volume back again to where you got $1 million worth of transactions coming. So this bot technically does not hurt the owner at all. At all. Matter of fact, it probably helps the owner, okay, to make more money. But who it hurts is the currency owners, is who it hurts. And if you know anything about me, I'm good, okay? I'm okay. And so this has to work for everybody. And so I made a decision to shut down Zteg 2. And what I did was, when we shut it down, because this currency, this bot, what's interesting about it is that it literally set up accounts. And when we looked at the main holder of the currency, it wasn't me that was the main holder of the currency. It was the bot that was the main holder of our currency. It owned 98% of our currency. Was not me, it was the bot. So now I'm going, oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, this is dangerous, because we got a lot of liquidity in Zteg 2. So I removed the liquidity. Okay, why? Because if I don't remove it, we don't know the intentions of this entity. We don't know. It could say, we're going to come in and take it all. And you could have easily done it, because it had that kind of access. And there was nothing we could do about it. Nothing, any expert I could find, nobody could do anything about it. So we pulled the liquidity and said, okay, we'll pull the liquidity and we'll start anew. So I sent to everybody, I said, created a little web page, sent everybody the link, said, okay, it was your name, email address, tell us how many tokens you have, okay? and then use this link to send us any remaining tokens you have, okay, to this address. And we are replace them. We're going to replace them with the new tokens. In my mind, that sounds real simple. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, good Lord. I've been up for 2 or 3 days with this. Okay. All right, so here's the deal. Now, I'm the one that showed them the video and showed them what was going on, showed them all the transactions and everything. And it's like, oh, Lord have mercy. It's just all hell break loose. And I don't care about that so much because all I don't care about is really getting it right. But what I find most interesting about all this and almost comical is that, so now and this happened, I think, so that was Thursday night, okay, that really Friday morning that I found it out. I did all my research Friday to make sure what I was looking at by talking to experts or whatever. And then, you know, so I think probably by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I guess by Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, we had the link. I'd done the video, had got that out to everybody, probably about Monday. And on Tuesday, we had sent to everybody the link. So we're moving really, really fast here. You know, we're faster than probably what any other company could have done this kind of stuff. Because there's a lot of things we do in-house. We do it ourselves. So, so we sent everybody a link, asking them to you know, send this to us or whatever. And then I tell them, I say, look, whatever it costs, your fees or whatever to send me the token, don't worry about that. That's why I asked you to give me your number, how many tokens you have before you send them. Because I know that if you send X number of tokens, what you send in what's in your wallet and what actually gets sent out, that there's a difference there. Okay, I know that. So but don't worry about that. I'm going to send you back what you sent me. All right. You think that would be enough? But you know, some people, I guess, don't listen or they don't get the message or whatever. And so anyway, we try to get that message across to them. Don't worry about that. That I'm here to try to help you, not hurt you. So when we send the thing out and people start sending it in, immediately they're saying like, well, where my replacement tokens at? And I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm swapping out. Now this gets me thinking, and maybe maybe I should have explained it better. Okay, if I am swapping out your tokens from a bad currency to a more secure currency, okay, that doesn't have a body in it, how can I send you the tokens from this new currency before I create it? I cannot send you tokens until we create a new currency with and test it out. We created a new one. We tested it out this morning and the bot showed up in it. I immediately let everybody know. Okay, bot showed up in the new currency we just tested, you know, immediately let everybody know. So then we spent all day today working around, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So here's what we're doing. Okay, we have a new developer we're going to be working, hired them today. The developers we were working with before were out of the country. This is a guy that's right here in the country. A lot more expensive, a lot more, but money doesn't matter. We hired a new guy. Okay, so now, and we're looking to change the platform. Okay, we're on a BNB Binance platform. We're looking to change it to another platform. And we got two choices there we're looking at. Based on some criteria that I laid out, a decision will be made later tonight as to which platform we go with. But I wanted a platform that would make it easier for people to buy our cryptocurrency, number one. And again, something that I could confidently, that we can go to work with and not have to worry about this bot coming in and taking over 50% of our profits. And so that's where we are. We're building. I got a new programmer here in the United States that we're working with, hired him today and paid him today. And he is working throughout the night to potentially get us a new cryptocurrency that we can test tomorrow, okay? So we do the test, everything works out okay. Depends on how fast this happens. We move the actual clock date from this Thursday to next Thursday. Because I just didn't feel comfortable. You know, I'm not going to release something until I feel that it's 100% what we want, number one. I'm not gonna, I mean, you can scream, holler, and cry all you want to. I'm not gonna do it. The reason is because it's too big of a deal, okay? And I think you got people who, they not thinking. They're so short. Their vision is so small and so short. They don't understand what's really going on here. Let me tell you what's happening. There are so many currencies out here that's scamming people, running off with people's money, not communicating at all with people. No kind of strategy that people can grab hold to and utilize to their benefit. And people are searching. And the moment that a currency pops up, telling you guys that people say, you know what, man, they had a problem, they solved it, they kept us in the loop, you know, and they got it right, and they're not going to run off with our money or whatever. The moment that that word gets out, we can't count the money. We can't even count it. I mean, we cannot even count it. And I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean here, okay? Because I cannot, forgive me if when I finish talking, if you don't get what I'm trying to say to you. It ain't your fault, it's my fault. Because I cannot put into words to reach into your brain and heart to help you understand what we have. I'm gonna do my best, okay? But that's all I can do. Okay, here's the deal. We put a clock on our website, okay? That is unique. When that clock hits 0, okay, people start on Thursdays, people start buying our currency, okay? That triggers us because we didn't offer it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We didn't make it offer it to the general public. On Thursday is when that currency is going to go on sale. Now, let me tell you something I found. People love a new currency when a new currency comes on board. The reason they love it is because they know that when that currency starts, it can shoot up in value like 2,500%, 4,000% or more. It can go, baby. It can go. All right. And so as you gain more and more confidence of people. I'm telling you, every Thursday when that clock hits zero, there's going to be people coming from all over to participate and buy our currency, to be a part of this growth. Now, there is a strategy to doing this kind of stuff. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. However, I am sharing with you something that you will see as you get more and more experience, okay? So here's how it goes, okay? If you're a rookie, you're a rookie, okay? You can't compare probably to somebody who's been uh, in the league for 10 years, okay? They just know all of the little things that you don't know as a rookie. So I'm just going to give you your playbook, okay? When you come into the currency, take a peek at the chart, okay? It's two kinds. First of all, you got your people who are real early. They own it. When that clock hits, they own it right then and there. They know exactly what they're doing, or whatever. They come in, they buying, and they watch their price. Their price is going up, 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 and up, and up, and up. But you don't know really kind of what's going on, whatever. You come in, so you come in late. And what is, you have a choice to make. Okay, you look at this thing, you say, okay, this thing is up 3,000%, 3,500%, whatever. And so you can just buy right there and it goes up a little bit further, a little bit further. But one thing we know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell it to you, is that cryptocurrencies, when it goes up like that, it's going to have a drawback where it comes down. That's going to happen as people start taking their profits. So if you're smart when you look at that, you may not know how far it's going to go. So if you think it's going to keep going on, going, then by all means, jump in. But if you say, well, you know what, I think it's going to draw back. Well, when it draws back, guess what? There will be a whole nother group of people, a whole nother group. First group came in, went up, and they took profits and come down. Now the second group come in. Say, okay, let me buy now because this is taking this drop. Let me buy it now. And that second group comes in and it starts to go up or whatever. And then as that second group starts taking profits or whatever, then the third group come in and say, okay, let us now jump in here. And so don't look at it as one big wave. And that's what I see people doing. And that is a mistake. It should be multiple waves, really, kind of throughout the day. That way, instead of, because this thing is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it does, it could go one or two ways. The wave can be taller and taller and taller, where the wave is 20,000%, 50,000%, and then it comes down. Or it can be 10, 5,000% waves, okay? Believe me, 10, 5,000% waves is better than 150,000% wave, okay? And you know, so be mindful of the words that I'm sharing with you, okay? So now think about this for a moment. Okay, think about this. You come in and you're able to take advantage of this situation that we laid out for you. Come in, you take advantage of it, and you make 2 times, 3 times, 10 times your money or whatever. Are you happy? Well, of course you're happy, okay? You're happy. Let's say you come in and it doesn't quite go your way that week. Guess what? Next week, it's another one going on, okay? It's another one going on. So I had a friend who was a millionaire. I mean, he was a millionaire. He sold stocks. All right. And he told me this. He said, Troy, I said, how do you do it? He said, it's not that hard, really. He said, Troy, he said, when I buy stocks, he said, I am right 53% of the time. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. He said, I'm right 53% of the time. I said, that means you're wrong 47% of the time. I said, that's like flipping a coin almost. He said, yeah. He said, but when I'm right, I make 5 times on my money. And when I'm wrong, if I put 100 in and I don't make money and I get back, $50, whatever he said, whatever. He don't care about that because the next time he goes and he puts 100, he does 100, he makes 10 times the money. So he just made 1,000. So if he went, and that's how he became a millionaire. So he doesn't care that he basically, if you're, $50, $100, even your $1,000 person, okay, and for whatever reason, $1,000 you miss a wave, whatever happens, and you end up selling whatever it is that you do, and you don't make money that week. Don't worry about that because the next week you come back, you do it again, but this time you're a little more knowledgeable. Remember, that's how this thing works, man. You're a little more knowledgeable, and then so you take 1,000 and you make 5,000. Was it worth it? Well, of course it was worth it. And next week there's another one and another one and another. Pretty soon you become what I call an expert. Now, expert is somebody who can do it with their eyes closed. And do it with their eyes closed. But it wasn't that way day one. I don't care. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care about none of that. It's a learn. All of this stuff is something you have to dive into and learn from it and use that knowledge every week in order to become better and better. So you get to the point to where, you know exactly how things play out and whatever. Okay. And really, that's it. You can make it as complicated as you want to. You can do that all day long. But the truth is that the way we have it structured and set up, if you learn and you become a student, you can make a lot of money. And what we ask you to do is when you do well or whatever, take some of that money, 10%, 20%, whatever it may be, it's up to you. Drop it into the long term. Okay, our Zteg1 for long term. All right. Believe me, okay? All the money you make with Zteg2 gonna be good money, great money, fast money, big money, or whatever. But it's that money that you set aside for long term, okay? For long term. And that thing grows not nearly, not 5,000% in a day or whatever. No, it ain't gonna happen like that. Okay, it's over here, it's totally different ballgame, long term. You look up a year from now, a couple of years, this whole thing that we're talking about now has become humongous. Humongous. It has become just another safe moon. They got $63 million in liquidity. Okay, and I look at their chart, and their chart just do this up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and up and down. Hard to make real money there. Hard because it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. No real growth because they're not set up in a sense that way. We are. We're set up that way. We attract more and more people because of that exponential growth day. Zteg 2. Okay, we're calling it 2, but it's really Zteg fast, really, because we're going to change the currency out every week to do that, allow you to do, what you got to do. And then you're able to then, that's designed for you to hit your home runs. When you hit these home runs or whatever, drop a little bit over into your long-term plan. Now you have, you are giving yourself the best chance possible to reach whatever financial goal it is you want, short-term and long-term, okay? And so, nobody is having this conversation that I'm having with you guys tonight. Nobody is. And so when you look at us today, don't judge us by what you see, because I'm telling you that all we're doing is getting our ducks in a row here. And had that bot not showed up, we would be there. Okay. We would be there. This week would have been bananas. Okay, this Thursday. All right. But that's okay. Hold on. Okay. But that's all right. I'm not crying about it. I'm not complaining about it. That is the way it is. And we just have to, I'm glad that it happened while we're still small, so we can make adjustments and we know about it, so that we move forward, we're able to do so in a way that doesn't, compromise us when we get bigger. Because the worst thing in the world is for you to be at $1 million a day and something like this then happens to you and you're not prepared. That we don't want. Okay, that we don't want. And so, so we're going to take all the contingency, put everything in place that we can to ensure that we don't have to deal with that down the road by dealing with it today. Okay, we ain't sweeping it under the rug. We brought it out into the daylight, and we're talking about it to you guys, and we showed it to you, and it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna say this last thing right here, because we have some naysayers or whatever who think that maybe I'm stupid, okay? And I'm saying, well, I'm probably a lot smarter than what they could ever imagine, but they don't know me. So I give them that. A lot of people have underestimated how smart I am, okay? And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. However, this bot is really, really a clever bot. If you don't know any better and you start trying to look through everything, it looks as though the owner is doing it, because you say, well, how could a bot be selling without ever buying? How did it get the crypto? Well, hell, that's a question I ask everybody. How the hell is it selling my damn crypto without buying? Okay. And I say, well, so it looks like you did. Oh, I didn't do. Why would I do it? I didn't do it in one. One had way more than that, in liquidity. The liquidity is still there. I haven't touched it. Okay. Nothing. They've never touched it over there. Right. I say, so there's no reason to do that. None, to undermine my own currency when I'm trying to build something to make millions, possibly billions of dollars. And to try to undermine my own currency. I say, number one, I say, if I want to sell currency, I got 1 trillion of the damn things. I can sell them all day long. There's nothing illegal about me selling my own currency. I can do that. All right. But I didn't do it because I'm not going to take from liquidity or whatever right now to sell because I don't need it. I don't need it, and I have a plan. I have a plan, and I'm one of them people. If you ain't never met somebody like me, and if you've been around me, you know that I told you I have a one-track mind, okay, and I go about work and I get things done because of that one-track mind. And I see an opportunity here for us that again, is bigger than anything we will ever do in life. And we're not that far away. We're not that far away. I'm telling you, hell, inside of 30 to 60 days, this thing can be doing easily $1 million. Easily $1 million. We did $400,000 in sales last Thursday. So I'm not sure actually we'll be doing $10 million a week inside of 30 to 60 days. And probably 100, probably something crazy like $100 million in 6 months. Okay. I mean, it's possible.